Hi, everybody, and welcome to Wisdom Moments. I am your host, Sandra Boyd, and I want to talk about a topic, International Women's Day. And I know you're all thinking the same thing. Hey, that was in March. You're a little bit too late. And yes, I am. And there's a reason why. I feel that many of us celebrate throughout the month with different events and get togethers. And so I waited a couple of weeks into April before I shared some of my feelings because some of them I didn't want to take away from that, from that special month. And I love the intention behind International Women's Day. It really raises visibility for women and our achievements and creates a moment of solidarity that can spark real momentum. But I also really wrestle with it. Too often it slides into this tokenism of corporate marketing, a single day of gestures that, it just doesn't change everyday systems and what we as women are experiencing. It also can flatten diverse experiences into one neat narrative and put pressure on people to perform or defend complicated feelings in public. And I also feel that it marginalizes those feelings that we have when we're pushing back or speaking up. So, I do try to hold both. I appreciate the awareness and the stories and the day it brings while it's pushing for sustained action beyond the calendar date. If you really care, don't let it stop at a post or an event. What are you doing for the rest of the year? Pick one concrete thing this year. Mentor somebody, support a woman-led business, write an elected official about policy, and just keep going. Stop yourself from criticizing a woman because of the way she looks or the way she did her hair or because she spoke out or because she got emotional in a meeting. We've been working at this for women's rights for over 120 years. And get this, ladies and gentlemen, according to the World Economic Forum, we're still about 124 years away from real equality. And that's not a milestone. It is a warning. Meanwhile, fractions of people are trying to drag us backwards, chipping away at hard-won gains. And let's face it, if we can't get 50% of the population to equality after 120 years, how is it that we're going to get equal rights for so many of the groups that are coming behind us that need it and want it and are fighting desperately for it? Here's the brutal truth. One day a year, corporate hashtags, hollow speeches from politicians and leaders, it's just not going to cut it. If we're serious, we've got to be braver. We've got to demand more. We've got to speak up and speak out. And we will have to, again, I will say this, demand more, not only from ourselves, but from workplaces, institutions, from medias, and especially from leaders in the corporate world. Stop waiting for permission. Stop leaning on performative shows of support. This isn't just a celebration. It really is about a call to action. So mentor, vote, fund women-led work, call out bad actors, and there's a hell of a lot of them out there. Hold institutions accountable every day, not just on a calendar day. If we want real progress, we have to stand up and we have to insist on it. And that's your wisdom moment. I would love it if you would follow, share, but most of all, make a comment, be heard, have a voice. Thank you, everybody.